Alright, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Connor on Chain. So, this video specifically, I want to talk about Zora and the Zora ecosystem because this to me is still a brand new paradigm that most of the market is completely fading. They are not watching this, they're not paying attention, or they might just not fully understand what's going on here. So, let's cover a bunch of tokens within the Zora eco. And the reason why is because, guys, we got Zora starting to move again over the last 24 hours, starting to push higher. This thing has just been cranking. I believe it's probably going to chop a little bit more until this decides to just crank into yet another all-time high. I think Zora is going to keep going higher because their ecosystem is now starting to thrive. And by the end of this video, you'll start to see what I mean. It's very interesting, to be honest. It's almost like a new paradigm shift with how people are looking at Zora right now and to actually integrate it and implement it into their own use cases, whether it's through their business or through content or different things like that. So let's cover a few different projects. So I want to bring you guys potentially mainly three, but probably four. So number one, I do want to pull up. There's one here. So shout out to Everything Altcoin. This is check out his channel on YouTube. He actually messaged me this the other day and told me about this project. But Docker XBT, this one is apparently going to be an index for a ton of different Zora creators. I'm not sure if it's an individual or if it's a team of people, but a tokenized fund longing creators on Zora. So this is what Docker is, and this for this video too, keep in mind these are almost like utility-based plays within Zora. I'm not gonna just be covering like the most hyped creator that launched, because there are a ton of creators on this platform, but I think it's gonna be the creators that are offering something that is going to be the ones that truly run like crazy. We'll bring up probably four or five actually now that I thought of another one. But this was Docker, so they're allocating, just a portion of funds into a lot of different new Zora accounts, right? Which is pretty interesting. That's the thesis behind Zora, though. Docker here. I have a feeling this is probably going to come down at some point. So this video, guys, do not take it with a grain of salt. I'm not telling you guys to buy any and all of these at the current price. You could wait for a dip on any of these and or all of them. But just keep that in mind. But yeah, Docker here is probably going to come down in price for a bit. But it's very interesting because, again, with most of these I'm going to show you, they're actually, I consider them almost utility projects within this eco. Very interesting stuff going on here. So another one of my favorites, is actually now 11 a.m. This one is one that I actually brought up, I think about a week or two, maybe a couple weeks ago. I don't know, maybe not even a week and a half ago, somewhere over here. Brought it up because I wanted to explain to you guys like the kind of paradigm shift that I'm starting to see within the Zora ecosystem. But 11 a.m. here is a duo, I believe, of people, and what they are doing is they are consistently dropping content on not only just Twitter, but mainly on Zora. And they're using those posts to either generate revenue and use it to their advantage, and it's very interesting because they're actually using Zora for a legitimate reason. They're bringing on a ton of guests very consistently, high quality stuff. They're not just talking about random bullshit. It's very high quality stuff consistently. And I think that's really cool because there's not many people actually doing this, not even within Zora, but like just in crypto in general, that are this active and grinding. This is their website, 11am.club. You can check it out. Very interesting stuff. Early to narratives, early to winners, every weekday at 11 a.m. So hosted by Jess and Josh here. So in my opinion, like I said, I think that's very cool. They're almost tokenizing their, whatever you want to call it, their streams, like, or podcasts, whatever you want to call that, right? That to me is innovative as fuck. I love that. That is very cool to me. So that was number two. That is 11 a.m. This has been on my radar for a while. Number three here. This is, I think, going to be something pretty strong here. This is propaganda. This is propaganda on Zora. So this one is actually a team of over 10 people. There's not too much information within the website. And I actually have a call that I want to book with the founder. I've spoken to him a little bit. I haven't even gotten the chance to talk about it yet because this eco has already started to blow up because I've been focused on a couple other videos, different ecosystems and stuff myself. Haven't even had time to do this yet. But apparently they have a team of over 10, which is good, and many shipped projects in the past. So we'll go to the Twitter here. I have it up. So shout out to Bobby. This is the founder of Propaganda Studios. Previous Coinbase, DeGod, Solana, IMG, and Red Bull. Pretty interesting history. And what they're doing is right here. Let's see. They're currently working on their first 5 launches coming up before the end of September. This is a list of the applications that they are building. Piggy, which is a social savings app built on Morpho. Figment design files coined on chain. Scratch. Daily scratchers built around your friends. FYPM money requests with interest. Zora Radar V2 native trading within Telegram. So they are basically bringing a ton of different stuff to light into market within this stuff. We also posted a small set of Figma frames for these apps in the Telegram, and we'll be sharing early access. I'm looking for help for new hires. Different things about it. I think this is actually very cool, very innovative. It seems like Bobby here and their team are just looking to build out a ton of different actual applications. And Propaganda is basically the token to their studio, and it is for or not for, but built on Zora within the Zora eco. I think that's very innovative. I don't see really any projects doing that right now. So another one here. We got 011100111 right here. This is ZXBT. This, for some reason, I personally am not that bullish on this one. But ZXBT, a lot of people have compared it to like the AI XBT of the Zora eco. But what this is an autonomous on-chain AI artist. I definitely think it's very cool, very innovative. It's a literal AI artist. And I think it's every single day at some random time. This agent or whatever you want to call him, he's generating an artwork that you can actually buy. Like they're all coined artworks underneath the ZXBT token. And you can actually just buy them if you want. So I don't know. The thing with this is it could be interesting if this does take off as like an AI artist, like the first Zora AI artist or something like that maybe. And then these posts you can basically buy all of his art, especially, if you get into these low. I don't know. It's new, it's innovative. I don't really know the full direction with how this can, truly become a crazy market cap or some crazy coin, but nonetheless, it's still very innovative. It's something that is not just someone posting random content like pictures of themselves or whatever. They're actually using this for more than just a random app to post stuff. That's ZXBT though. This has gotten a ton of hype and obviously had a pretty good run just in the last 2 to 3 days. And then Zora, I'm trying to think, was that 4? That's 4. One more I think was Zora. The thing is, I don't even know the ticker. It was Zora. Okay, so it's literally Zora Terminal. So Zora Terminal, the ticker is Zora Terminal. So why don't we check this one out? This one is at 980K. This one has not really ran too hard yet. But I think all of these, though, that I'm mentioning are still very low in market cap. But apparently, so we got Zora Terminal, which is the premier trading terminal built on Zora. So we can go to zoraterminal.fun. And right here it's like oh, you know what? I didn't even bring up Fake Taxi. I mean, that was one I think is what it is, but Zora Terminal is, you can kind of just see some of the top creators and then any sort of new coins. Nothing crazy. It is just, something small that's being built. Again, that's more than just an account being activated, right? But you can see new accounts being built out, or not built out, but added. Stuff like that. You kind of see base app coins, new random stuff. But overall, that's what I wanted to cover with Zora Terminal here. But, I think as time goes on, I think people are going to start using Zora and implementing it in different ways for more innovation, for more new things. as of right now, these are like some of the main tokens that have been on my watch list. I know there are at least a few more. Even like Koopa Troopa, which is someone who's been in the space for a while and he does a lot with crypto and music. We got Jacob, which is the founder or one of the co-founders of Zora. He's got a token as well. There's a ton of different actual creator tokens that I think should be valued a lot higher than where they are. And then that fake taxi was yet another one, which is the literal, you know, POR. I mean, I don't even have the fucking thing set up, so I can swear and shit. It's the porn thing, fake taxi. Which I just think that's crazy that something like that decided to make a Zora account and they are the number one market cap coin. I think that's hilarious. But outside of that, guys, that is what I wanted to cover. Within the Zora ecosystem, I think it is very new. And again, do not treat every single thing I just put in your face here as you should buy today because they're going to 100x. No one knows what will happen. But I just think that some of these definitely do have potential. And I think if the Zora, well, not even the Zora eco, but if Zora continues to climb, things start to look even better. And of course, with ETH, if ETH is about to break out, which it looks like it wants to, it's at 39 right now. But if we get more chop and things really break out, I think a lot of these Zora coins are going to fly way further than they already have. So I still think it's very early for a lot of Zora creators and the Zora ecosystem. But outside of that, that is what I wanted to cover in this video, guys. So I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.